Shalom. I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Radash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. I came across this short here, brothers, and it vexed me in my spirit. And why is that? Because this should serve as a reminder, a perpetual reminder of why in the book of Jeremiah, the Lord spoke to the prophet and stated, pray not for these people. And I'm going to speak in a plain way. I'm going to use laymanese so the listener can understand that there's a huge misunderstanding amongst the all black, so-called black Hebrew Israelites. We don't love all black people. And I'm going to use my words carefully. We despise 2/3 of the house of Israel. In this video here, this short, is a primary example of why. You understand? And I'm not going to play this because I think YouTube will take the video down. But what I will do is leave a link in the description so you can watch it for yourself. And it's vexing. But what do we also see here? We see the curses being played out in real time. And let me say this before it escapes me. I have a daughter. I have young nieces and adult nieces. I would have never done this to them because it dishonors them. It's disrespectful to them. And as a bit of a backdrop, let me tell you what's going on here. Parents are holding a birthday party, and birthday parties are going off. That's an Egyptian custom. The scriptures tells us, learn not the way of who? The heathens. All right? Parents are holding a 3-year-old birthday party for this baby girl, and the father shakes up a bottle of champagne and pours it over his daughter's head. This is the curses being played out in real time. Let me come here. What curse exactly? Glad you asked. Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter and the 54th verse, and it reads, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye, meaning his mind, shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave. Abandoning, pardon me, it's 4 o'clock in the morning, brothers. Abandonment is a form of mental abuse. Staying and physically abusing your children is also a form of mental anguish. And mental anguish are also a part of the curses too as well. Let me come out of this. This is why in the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 41, verse 7, it reads, the children will complain of an ungodly father. This is an ungodly act to do to your daughter. And let me say this through the Spirit. Your daughter's relationship with you, brothers, is her first relationship with a man. She's assessing every relationship with a man based off her relationship with you. We set the standard. We set the bar. Let me start over. The children will complain of an ungodly father because they shall be reproached for his sake. Some of us were cursed out, beaten, neglected because our fathers abandoned us. And every time our mothers looked at us, we looked like our fathers. So our mothers abused us too as well. Let me just put that out there. Let me come from this here, right? Consider what's written in the book of Isaiah, chapter 63, verse 19. And I'm going to get it in the English Standard Version. It reads, we have become like those over whom you have never ruled, like those who are not called by your name. By doing what? Shit like this here. Pouring champagne on your daughter. I can tell you what, man, this little girl here more than likely has been abused in some form or fashion. Let me come out of this, right? Remember in the book of Ephesians, in chapter 6, verse 4, and it reads, and ye fathers, provoke not your children to wrath, but bring them up in the nurture and the admonition of the Lord. We should be teaching them the laws, statutes, commandments, customs, how to carry themselves. Even if they do go awry, the scriptures tells us when they get old, they will not depart from it because we built them up in it. They'll come back around, right? Especially should they be of the elect. Let me come out of this. We go to Colossians chapter 3, verse 20 through 21. It reads, children, obey your parents in all things. Now, I'm going to say this. Now that we're all adults here, we're maturing. Sometimes it's best if you stay from around your parents, right? Sometimes you need that break for a while. When you begin to process things, the Lord said, if at all possible, seek peace with all men. Sometimes peace looks like you disassociating yourself from them for a while. Let me come out of this. Let me try this proverb in here too as well, right? Because we're in the truth. Our parents may not be in the truth. They still might be worshiping Jesus Christ, man. Proverbs chapter 20, verse 3, it tells us, it is an honor for a man to cease from strife. Again, the scriptures tells us, seek peace with all men. Sometimes just remove yourself. Don't talk to them for a while. Stay from around them, but every fool will be meddling. What's a meddling thing to do? This picture here, let me come out of this. Let me go back to this, because as fathers, we still have a responsibility, right? Fathers, provoke not your children to anger, lest they be discouraged. You understand? You treat your children with disrespect, you dishonor them, it's going to break their spirit, to put it in layman's terms. You understand? And if you're a wicked ass parent, you are going to be destroyed. You are of the 2/3. Zechariah chapter 13, verse 8. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2/3 therein shall be cut off and die, but 1/3 shall be left therein. That 1/3 is the elect that's going to be caught up, right? That's going to be part of that governing body that's going to bring about the coming kingdom. Let's get back to you 2/3, man. In Ezekiel chapter 22, verse 20, and it reads, and they gather, as they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace, to blow fire upon it, to melt it, so I will gather you in mine anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you. If you're a wicked ass father doing shit like this to your children, Negro, you are going to be destroyed. The Lord's going to leave you here in America, Babylon the Great. You're going to be melted by those nuclear missiles. This is wickedness here, man. This is very vexing here, brothers. Shalom.